guys, hey, welcome to another episode of the Film Life Vlog. Look at this. Need I say more? This is just wonderful, guys. Wonderful. And this, if you may be wondering, this is the largest lens in my collection. This is the Sigma 170 to 500 lens. It's a telephoto lens. And the aperture range is f5 to f6.3. And this is currently fitted on the Minolta Maxxum 4000 SI camera. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because recently I decided to take this beautiful setup here for a spin in nowhere else but in my backyard. And that's because over the summer we had some bird feeders out in our backyard, and my children just really loved it. Just loved having birds come into our backyard, all kinds of birds. We had flocks of birds in our backyard, and that was especially, I think it was quite a wonderful experience for the children, because if you consider that we were in quarantine, we couldn't leave the house as freely as we could in the past, and the children felt claustrophobic, but just having that activity in our own backyard was actually quite special. So I took this camera out into our backyard with the goal of shooting some of the birds. And there's actually one squirrel in our backyard as well that has been quite active in our backyard. My kids have given it the name Skippy. It was such a wonderful experience, guys, and I just wanted to share that experience with you guys and to show the quality of images that I got from this setup here. Now, the beautiful thing about a camera like this is the range, right? You can go from 170 to 500 millimeters. Now, the one tip that I'll give you guys, those of you interested in shooting with this sort of setup with such a big zoom lens, is you have to be mindful of the conditions outside, the lighting conditions outside. It's always preferable to have conditions that will allow your shutter speed to be faster than the inverse of the focal length that you're shooting with. So for example, if you're shooting with the 500 millimeter zoom, you have to ensure that your shutter speed is faster than 1/500th of a second, right? That way you don't get that motion blur, you don't get that blur in the image. And that is a tip that is a standard tip that is recommended for these type of cameras and for any camera really. I tried to employ that as much as possible, that rule. It did not always work all the time, but to be honest with you, I wasn't too fussy about that. And my focus really was making sure that I got pretty decent images. I shot all of the images by hand, so handheld, which also is not the best when you're shooting birds. It's actually advisable for you to put this on a tripod so it's stabilized, so that you're not moving around. It really helps. And if you can also use a camera that you can attach a shutter release cable to, it's also preferable. That way you introduce as little shake as possible. So I didn't follow those rules, but those are rules that you can apply to your own images to make them better. This for me was just a fun experience, but I wanted to let you guys know what I did so you'll be able to see the images that I got and judge them accordingly. But anyways, these are the images that I got. There was one particular image which I'm going to end the montage with, and it's just a really lovely image. So here are the images that I got from this setup. Enjoy. Hey, so welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at those images. Thanks so much for joining me on this episode of the vlog, and I look forward to sharing more of these experiences with you guys. But before you go, why don't you interact with this video? It really helps me out. It helps this channel out. It helps to boost the algorithms. The more you interact with this video, the more YouTube recommends my videos and my channel to other people to help this channel grow. So if you appreciate the time and effort that I put into these videos, please do interact with this video. As you guys know, my channel is solely devoted to film photography. There aren't many of these channels out there anymore. A lot of the film channels are branching into digital or mixing it up, adding other things to their channels, but one thing I've committed to is letting this channel be solely focused on film photography. So if you want to support my work, please do subscribe, please do like this video, and if you can, please do leave a comment. Thanks so much guys for joining me on this episode. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe.